Hello, my name is Luke Maraffi, and this is my 2015 NU in Greece Global Experience. The decision to participate in the NUN program at Northeastern was one that I didn't always see myself making. Studying 5,000 miles away from my hometown of Easton, Connecticut, for the first time out of the country for 3 months for my first semester of college would soon show me what a true new experience is. Coming from a town with barely any public buildings, I figured Thessaloniki would turn out to be anything but the usual. And suddenly senior year ended, and I found myself saying my last goodbyes at the airport. The first week here in Thessaloniki, Greece went by faster than any other. I waited for the culture shock to hit me, but it never did. My perspective began to irreversibly change as I explored the city from the bottom up and the ancient walls down, right from day one. The Metropolitan Hotel even did their own part in helping us to blend right into the Greek community. Once classes began at the American College of Thessaloniki, I truly felt like I was living in Greece. I found myself in a mixture of language and culture among all the Greek and international students on campus. Transitioning from the very alive, lower part of the city to the rural, tranquil area of Pylea for classes was one of my favorite daily changes. Back at the Metropolitan, despite having one of the smallest rooms in the hotel, my roommate Eduardo and I made do with what we had, and I even learned a little Venezuelan perspective and music too. From going out on the weekends, occupying our free time, and attempting to speak Spanish, we were always able to count on one another. Along with my roommate, I made a great group of friends who we referred to as the 312. From morning room calls to hitting the Kwan, the 312 enjoyed every possible moment here in Greece. We even represented the Metropolitan Hotel as our team secured a dominating win in the Husky Hunt. Even though some of us might have had bugatsa as others did physical labor, that ending victory was worth every mile of the 22 we ran that night. I was shocked to realize very quickly that I would only have a few free weekends amongst all the traveling. While enjoying Thessaloniki and joining thousands of passionate Greeks to cheer on PAOK against Athens, traveling began with an unrealistic and at points a rainy hike to the Plateau of Muses at the top of Mount Olympus above the clouds. From there we saw the Mount Athos monasteries above the clear beaches of Halkidiki, somehow managed to get a private boat tour of the nearby islands, and even went scuba diving in the water below. Additionally, I went inside the Parama caves of Ioannina and to the top of the monasteries of Meteora, perched on the rocks in the sky above the city of Kalambaka. Along with traveling through Greece, Prague was on the list for fall break. We walked along the Charles Bridge, went to the top of the Prague Castle, and we even got a private tour of the U.S. Ambassador's house, as well as gaining an obsession for Trudelnik. I later spent a weekend in Rome, touring the stunning Vatican City, going inside the Colosseum, eating double the amount of meals per day, and finding our way around the ancient city. We then boarded an overnight train to Venice where we walked the entire island, including St. Mark's Square, and managed to get stuck in more than one dead end. Only a couple days later we were off to Austria, traveling through the Christmas markets, eating schnitzel, and going through the gardens of Schönbrunn Palace. As the days came, every Friday morning there was always time saved from my service learning at the Agia Varvara Church Community Center and Soup Kitchen. There, my partner and I were humbled week after week from our interactive experiences with the organization. I realized how close-knit of what felt like a family they were, and how thankful they could be for such simple tasks that we helped them do. I learned even more about what was happening beneath the surface of Thessaloniki, even though I didn't always see people we were directly affecting. In the end, it has been the Greek people and the city that has made this experience what it was. Undoubtedly, finding time in unpredictable current events has been the hardest part, but despite not loving some of the small things like tzatziki at first, I can truly say I can't have a gyro without it. Between busy Simiski Street at night to the small side alleys of Thessaloniki, the feeling of home is something I didn't believe could happen. As my second semester approaches faster than I had expected, Boston is just as unfamiliar to me as Thessaloniki once was, making me even more eager to explore and grow into a new city for the next 4 years of my life.